Hello friends, it's Denise. Welcome back to my channel. Today's vertical journal with me will be a spread using this old Happy Scrappy kit. It was once part of her monthly subscription, which she no longer does, and it was a collaboration among Happy Daya, herself, and Once More With Love. I'm using some washi tapes from Simply Gilded to put at the bottom of the page and cutting it with a straight clean edge using this X-Acto knife from Fiskars. This rainbow gummy bear one is probably one of my favorite washi tapes from her. It's just so cute. I think this is several years old, so I need to make sure I get some use out of it before it loses its adhesive, but I'm really liking this pastel rainbow color scheme. So it is still winter and this kit is very spring mood, but for some reason I remember this week was particularly sunny, which is odd, especially for San Francisco, which is normally really gloomy and cold, but I think it hit like 70 degrees one of these days. And so I thought it would be nice to pull in this happier rainbow color story. There's also a very heavy bee honey hive theme going on, and I personally am not like a huge fan of bees. They scare me, as most insects do. But of course, Benya and Marg were able to make these bees really cute. Also, I'm not like a hater of the existence of bees. I understand that they are an important part of our ecosystem and we should be protecting them, but they give me the scaries, okay? When I was in elementary school, I remember that a bee stung me on my lower lip and then I had to miss school for like a day, because my lip had gotten so swollen that my mom was worried that, I don't know, I guess maybe it was an allergic reaction, but I've gotten stung on other places of my body and I don't think I had the same reaction. I think it's just the lips are a very sensitive place, right? So anyways, on this Monday, I actually worked on my voiceover for the previous vertical journal with me, and I wanted to make sure I did the whole thing and posted it on that Monday, and I wanted to change it to posting on Sundays, but by the time you see this video you may have noticed that it is past Sunday. I didn't make my deadline, and that was because I just wasn't in the mood to do a voiceover, and you kind of have to be in like a semi-happy mood to talk, otherwise like, I don't hide my feelings very well, so if I'm not feeling the greatest, you're definitely going to hear it in my tone of voice. So, sorry, I missed my Sunday upload goal. I'm gonna keep trying for Sundays though. Besides that, I baked some cookies because it was our friend RJ's real birthday. The previous video we talked about having a trivia night, and then on this Monday was his actual birthday, so we dropped off some cookies and ice creams, and we did it outdoors and we did social distancing with masks on, but it was really short, and I feel like the short interactions make me more sad than, because afterwards it's kind of like a tease of like, oh, I really want to talk to them more, I really want to hang out with them more, I understand why we can't, it just makes me sad. I think that's why I'm an introverted extrovert. Like, I'm a smidgen more extroverted than introverted because I need to be around people and I need to have social interactions, but I'm more on the shy side and I'm not like super outgoing. And if you're wondering what my MBTI is, I'm an ENFJ. Which, like, the description is fairly accurate to my personality, so I don't know. I do need to watch that HBO Persona movie documentary about people who take personality tests too seriously. I don't take it super seriously, it's just like a fun thing, but that's on my to-watch list. Anyways, on Tuesday I packed orders and I used a sticker from Bubba Bear Studios for that, and then I dropped them off at the post box, and that little character is from Happy Daya. I found this sticker set from one of the monthly subscriptions from Happy Daya, and it was Winnie the Pooh themed, so I thought honey bear, honey bee, kind of similar color scheme, so I pulled some stickers for that to mark designing and drinking my rose milk tea. I drink tea every day with a little bit of almond milk and some kind of sweetener, and it's like really good. These days I drink it warm more than cold. Wednesday morning I headed to Trader Joe's, my favorite grocery store, and I wrote that on one of these post-it like stickers. I have to use a permanent marker, by the way, to write on these because it has a matte lamination on top, so it's a little too smooth for a gel pen. And then I used a grocery bag sticker from my shop to decorate. I do try to reply to every YouTube comment, which I am behind on. I'm really sorry about that, but I will get that done this week. But on later that Wednesday, I set up some time to reply to each one, and I used a little Maru clip to mark that. And then I did some more designing, which can range from formatting a sticker page, maybe a kit, washi tape, sticky notes, whatever, or actually drawing the art for it. So I guess there's a pretty wide range, and a kind of just blanket statement for any of those activities. I believe last video I told you that we watched Mr. Robot, and that was a little too dark of a show for the moment, and I didn't tell you what we switched to. We switched to watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine, which we actually think is very funny, and I didn't think I would like it, but I actually think all the characters are pretty likable. At first I didn't really like Jake, but I think he's grown on me because I think he's maturing maybe a little bit at a time. And then I bounced back to doing more drawings, and I really like Happy Daya's motivational stickers. They're very short. This one says do your best, and I don't know, just think it's very light and cute. So I actually went back to Tuesday, and I thought that Scribble Prints Co. quarter box was a little too bright of a color for the spread, so I dug one from my collection from a shop that's no longer open, and I rewrote that I watched ohaijoy's Twitch stream, which if you're into or want to know more about journaling community, I think you should totally go head on over there. And she has it every Tuesday at noon and Saturday at 8, but I think she's thinking about changing the times. But anyways, follow her on Instagram to find out the correct times. But I don't know, I think, like I mentioned earlier in the video, I've been feeling kind of lonely because I'm not socializing with friends the way I want to, and so these streams kind of make me feel like I'm connecting with a friend, which I think I've read some comments saying that when you watch my videos, it's kind of like talking to a friend, which like that is the goal. Like I would love that to be all you get away from this video, is that you find some comfort. I don't care if my spread actually does anything, but if you feel comfort, like that's more important to me. Anyways, I will leave all of Joy's information down below, her Twitch, her YouTube channel, and her Instagram. So Thursday I woke up with a dull headache that lasted the entire day because I guess I was too stubborn to take Tylenol. So I used a character from Happy Daya, and then I packed orders, and that watercolored mouse with the package is from Granny Tail Plans. I believe she is a children's book illustrator, and it's so cute. I love her work. And while I did that, I listened to Crime Junkie, and I used a Maru from my shop that's kind of gasping. Afterwards, I walked to the post box and I'm around my neighborhood to drop it off, and that character is from Birch and Birdie. That day, my ColourPop order also arrived, and I had ordered a bunch of things from the Animal Crossing collaboration, which I'm a fake fan because I don't even play Animal Crossing anymore. I really should though, because the Sanrio event is coming up, and I don't know, I should just pick it up again. I should. Anyways, I really liked the makeup that I got. I showed it on my Instagram story, and then I designed. And that little Maru pencil I wish were a real thing. On Friday, I got some more Happy Mail. There's a really small California-based shop called Happy Treats, And they have a bunch of Japanese stationery, mainly stickers and washi, but I think what they specialize in are these little bundles called treat bags, I believe, and there are different themes, like there's bread, I think there's like junk food, and how like home stuff, like there's like little themed bundles of stickers and papers, and I think they're meant for children to like decorate letters and give these letters to people, but I'm not a kid, except I'm a kid at heart. So anyways, the shop owner's name is Mai, and she's really sweet. We've interacted a couple times on Instagram, and she just feels like a really authentic and genuinely nice person. So if you are getting into bullet journaling or personal journaling, whatever, I think her store is a really nice place to look at some supplies. Another thing that arrived on Friday was a hand-poured watercolor palette from a illustrator that I really admire called Zanki. I probably mispronounced that, I'm very sorry. But I will leave a link to her Instagram down below because her illustrations are so bright and they just make you happy when you see them. Ugh, I love it. And I understand that most of my followers, or even you who watching my YouTube channel, are probably primarily focused on this vertical styled planning, but eventually I would like to share all these other kind of art disciplines that I enjoy and I think you guys should delve into too, because I think they're fun to have multiple kinds of art mediums. Friday evening was a very, very chatty night. I had my usual FaceTime with Julia and Amy, and they're very good listeners. So I ranted about some of the conflicts in my brain, and they listened very well. Thank you guys. And then I also talked to our housemates because they're also very good listeners and they have good input too. Saturday, I baked for the first time this pandan honeycomb cake, which is like a Vietnamese spongy cake, but it's like sweet and coconutty. It was very good. And I also gassed up my car for the first time of the year. I think in the year 2020, I only gassed up my car 3 times. That's how little I drove my car. My mom wanted to see us since we only saw her one time in the year 2020, and that was for my birthday. It is all outdoors and with masks on and social distancing. So we try to be as safe as possible, but I am a little bit worried about her exercising enough. So I proposed that we did some outdoor yoga, and so we did that, but it was super windy. And we also got to meet my sister and her partner's foster dog, Jolie, and it was like a husky mix, mainly husky, super cute with 2 different colored eyes, and she was so friendly. The yoga sticker I used is from a shop called Next Week's Dream. I'm not sure if they're open anymore. And then the dog with Maru is of course from mine. And then for dinner, we had our Valentine's Day celebration, although it wasn't really intended to be Valentine's, but I'm calling it that because it was a relatively fancy dinner. We got takeout from this place called San Ho Wan, and the chef was a Michelin star chef whose restaurant closed during quarantine, and so he made this pop-up to keep his staff on payroll and to give them like health benefits, which was really good. And the food was really good. So it was like Korean, but like elevated. And like I mentioned, I was trying to do Sunday uploads. I was only successful for this week. And that little YouTube bear button is from Happy Daya. I baked another pandan cake because Julie and Amy wanted to try some, and I had some leftover ingredients that I needed to use up, like the coconut cream. So I baked another one, and I used a pastel bow from Scribble Prints Co. And I guess I had a pretty lazy day, so I used that little snoozing seal sticker from Happy Daya. I got to catch up on journaling and watercoloring, so I used 2 stickers from my shop to mark that. It does get into like a kind of gray area when I do my journaling, because sometimes I'm like, oh, I'm doing this so that I can have content to post. So is it working or is it for myself? It's basically both, but anyways. That is it for this spread. Thank you so much for watching. I was genuinely very surprised to see so many donuts in the comments, but it made me very happy to see that people stay to the end. So if you stay to the end again, comment down a little bee emoji or write buzz if you don't have access to emojis. And I appreciate you for giving me the space to just ramble about various topics. And as always, if there's a specific sticker or supply that you have questions about, just comment down below and I will eventually answer it. Alright, I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye!